Welcome into Thy Kingdom Come. We're a podcast where we talk everything Chiefs and NFL. It's draft week, baby.
Let's go.
Draft week. I am ready to kind of see us improve and the rest of the league regress. Regress, that's a big word. That's really hard to say this early in the morning.
Yeah, get your coffee first.
Yeah, and I didn't get coffee today. Sad day. I'll get some after we get done recording. But hey, man, if you're listening to this before the draft, it is draft day. Later tonight, we will be doing a live stream of round one of the draft. So if you guys want to join us for that, that'd be dope. We'll probably start at about 30 minutes before the draft. Draft time starts at 7?
7
Central?
Yeah.
I believe so. 7 Central, I believe. Yeah. So, yeah, if you want to join us, we'll start about 6:30 Central Time. But, yeah, it'll be super fun. We're going to have a blast. The other guy you hear talking is Deontay. Say what's up, man.
Yo, what's up? Good morning, Kingdom.
Kingdom. Yeah, man. So we'll be doing a little bit, kind of like what we did last week, a little bit of a mock draft. And to help us kind of run it, we've got the man, the myth, the legend, Josiah.
Yeah. And the crowd goes wild.
Don't talk to me. Love you all, though.
Oh, my gosh. It went from like, I'm here against, I feel like the world is going to think that we like keep you in a dungeon.
Yeah, and this is the only time I see the light of day.
I'm okay if they think that, so we're good.
I'm cool with that, too.
Let's do
this. I mean, I want to tell the truth, so they probably should think that.
Truth, the whole, oh, man, that's implications. These are jokes, YouTube. These are jokes.
Yes, we love him. Sometime.
Well, okay. We can go that far. All right, so we're going to hit on a couple of quick hitters, big news, some crazy awesome stuff that just happened last night. Deontay, you want to tell us what went down?
Yeah, just one of the big things for us, Chiefs Kingdom, that went down is the fact that we have got extensions done with the Three Musketeers. Yep, I guess that's what we're calling them. They're great people though, so but we've gotten the deal done with our boy. And listen, here's the thing. We talk about the whole Andy Reid. Mm-hmm. Is he retiring? Is he this? All these questions about it. And here's the answer to it all. He had signed an extension through 2029.
That's 5 years, baby.
Yes. And they're calling it that he will be the highest paid coach in the NFL.
Highest.
Right now, I think it's Sean Payton. I believe he's around $18 million a year.
Not no mo.
So Andy Reid will probably be around that $20 million for about 5 years or whatever. And then we got the man Veach that's been kind of behind,
the wizard.
Yeah,
he's
the wizard.
Draft
not necessarily
wizard.
behind the scenes, but
right.
He's been out there making some deals happen.
It's so right, him being so close to Kansas, that we call him the wizard.
Yes.
Right? He is our Wizard of Oz.
Yes, he is.
The draft Wizard of Oz.
Yes. And then Mark Donovan as well, the president of the Chiefs. So all three of these guys have signed extensions. They all came 2017, and now they have.
Veach and Donovan came 2017.
Yeah, 2017.
Reed's been here. This is
He's been here a minute.
Year?
I think it's 11.
No, this is either 11th or 12th.
I think going
season.
on there.
Yeah,
yep.
For the Chiefs.
We're looking at the Three Musketeers. They got some extensions done.
So with those, before you jump, do you know what the record is since Mark Donovan came on?
Yeah,
Brad Veach?
It's 134.
134.
Mm-hmm.
That's like a 764 win percentage or something like that.
It's bizarre.
Jeez.
So since 2017, 100 wins, 34 losses, 3 Super Bowls,
7 AFC West championships.
Yes, sir. And we're looking for number 8 this year.
Yeah. Which is looking kind of
listen, we're not bragging. We're just confident.
I got a little scared when Harbaugh went to the Chargers.
Sure.
But then they got rid of their offense.
They get rid of everything.
I'm not scared no more.
So do I want to say rebuild? I don't know. But yeah, those guys got their extension done. So it's great to see the front office sticking together at least through these next big years, even with Mahomes. So that was great to see as a Chiefs fan.
100%.
Yep. And just a couple other little things. The Broncos have traded and they got Zach Wilson.
Yeah.
Take it however you want to.
The fact that the only thing the Jets got out of it was they moved up one round in the draft.
Yeah.
Like
Maybe a big deal for them.
It'd be something if it was Zach Wilson for a 6th round pick.
Sure.
But no, it was Zach Wilson and their 7th round pick for a 6th round pick.
Right.
So
maybe the weight has been
really,
lifted off their shoulders.
I'm telling you, they're high on Rodgers, right?
Yeah.
High on Rodgers.
Mm-hmm. Well,
ayahuasca.
Yes.
On Rodgers.
So yeah, they got Zach Wilson in a trade, and so yeah, that's that. That's all I want to say. So and just was there one other little thing that went down?
Nah, I mean I've heard rumors, people just shooting the breeze about Justin Jefferson landing in Kansas City, but.
Yeah.
He's too pricey.
Yeah, he said he wants to break the bank. You can't have our bank.
Not having our bank.
We're already broke. So
we're Community America, baby.
Yeah. So yeah, maybe you can go over to the Cowboys. I'm sure they got a ton of money for you. But hey, would I love to have them? Absolutely. But breaking the bank, not for that. You know what I mean?
Nah, I'm good.
Yep. So yeah, there's a few little things that's kind of taking place just in the past few days or so. So
yeah,
and so now I think we want to move on to get into some of these draft little talks, right?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So I'll go ahead and jump first. So I'm going to give you guys my draft expectation, right? So I ran a few mock drafts myself, and I picked things that I would potentially want in those scenarios. One big thing I've seen for the first round is a lot of people are convinced that the Chiefs have a very high chance of trading up to the low 20s and picking up Brian Thomas Jr. out of LSU. So I was like, okay, what would that be? Some people are predicting. I think it's probably going to be probably our pick 32 this year, and then like a 3rd, 4th, 3rd, 5th, 3rd, 6th, something like that next year. Potentially one additional pick. But yeah, I think that's a very likely scenario. So I went ahead and I teased that a little bit. So that's my round 1 draft pick is Brian Thomas Jr. The next one I have, I'm going to butcher his name. I think we go offensive tackle round 2.
Okay.
And I've got Kiran Amagaje.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I said that right. I don't remember where he's out of because I didn't write it down. Do you remember?
Yes, he's out of Yale.
Yale. He's a smart guy.
Yes.
But he's a big guy.
Yep.
Right?
6'5", 323.
Yep. So he did miss most of the season last year with a quad injury, but his upside is huge. So people are really high on him. So I was like, yeah, he was available, and I took him.
You said that was the second round?
That was my second round. 3rd round, I've got Tavondre Sweat, man.
Okay, yep.
Tavondre Sweat at defensive tackle. I think having him with Chris Jones in the middle, or even just Chris Jones being able to train him up, there are some iffies about him. Iffies? I feel like I'm a toddler. Iffies. There's some questionables about him. But I feel being behind Chris Jones, the best in the league, we can probably get some of those things fixed.
Yep.
So round 4, I'm going Kyrie Jackson out of Oregon.
Okay.
Kyrie Jackson, 6'3", 194. He's a big corner. He's got safety size. Playing at corner, he does. I would say he doesn't have a lot of speed, but he's quick. I think his quick and his being quick and his ability with the initial burst can get some good defensive deflections.
Yep.
What is it? Passes defense.
Yep. He's kind of like that Joshua Williams.
Right. The one downside is his route defensive accuracy or whatever they want to call it. His accuracy on like short routes hasn't been great, like being able to undercut routes and stuff like that isn't great. But I mean, we've got the man, the myth, the legend in our cornerbacks or our defensive backs coach.
Yep.
So
was he at Alabama? Was he not the first guy? The main quarterback there?
No.
Because his numbers are way different in Oregon.
Well, he would have been behind Kool-Aid McKinstry.
Kool-Aid.
And I think they had another guy there. But Kool-Aid McKinstry, he's been kind of the top dog there.
Okay. That makes sense because we really, you only have this year to go off of.
Right.
We're talking about starting.
Yeah,
right.
and they had
Interesting.
Well, I guess Kool-Aid McKinstry on one side. Then you had Terrion Arnold. I think that's how you pronounce his name or whatever. So you have those guys, especially because both of them are. I mean, they're projecting top first round, potentially second round. Kool-Aid could fall there, but
Right.
You got both of those guys that was on both sides. So that's probably why he left. He's like, I'm out of here.
Yeah.
Y'all
Right.
got this. Deuces. I'll go to Oregon where they have the best jerseys.
He had
in
3
the-
picks last year.
all over.
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
Yes.
They've had the best jerseys for like a decade.
Yeah.
But he had 3 interceptions last year, so good on him. So that's my 4th round. My first of my 2 5th-round
Look at those
picks.
jerseys.
I've got Isaac Guerrero out of Louisville, running back.
Okay.
6 foot, 221. He's got agility. I mean, decent size, 6 foot, 221. That's a good size for a running back. And he runs angry too, right?
Mm-hmm.
He runs hard. So having 2 guys, that's if you can get him to be the true backup to Isaiah Pacheco, there's no break for the defense in the running game. You know, you got 2 guys that run really hard.
Wear them out.
Wear them out. So that would be awesome, especially going with the best interior line in the NFL right now since Jason Kelsey's retired.
I'll take it.
Rest in, what did you say? Not rest in peace, but
Rest in power.
rest in power. So yeah, that's the pick 159. Round 5, pick 173, I think it is. I'm going linebacker, Tommy Eichenberg out of Ohio State.
Okay.
Ohio State, they seem to breed some beefy linebackers. So yeah, I went with a linebacker. He loves to just put his head just straight into like any gaps that the offense is opening up. He has no regard for his own body.
Right.
He just throws it in there. The downside is not that fast. Can't chase down a running back or a receiver very well. So, but I mean, if you replace the speed and with the, I guess, accuracy of the defensive route he's running, I think it can make up for it. And then my 7th round pick, which I think.
Hey, but guess what? Check it out. We have the first pick in the 7th round. Get some.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, we do. I'm going defensive edge with Gabriel Murphy out of UCLA.
Okay.
They're saying he could be a 6th, 7th round pick, and I think that's kind of a steal. He's undersized. He's undersized at 6'2", 247, so he has more of like a linebacker-ish build. But he's extremely quick off the block. He's extremely quick off the line, and he has great use of hands. That's what everybody was saying at the combine about him. Everybody was saying after the pro day and stuff. So those are my guys for the draft, and I feel pretty good about it.
Yeah.
I feel pretty good about it. So
That's
I want to see how it kind of lines up with you. What do you think, Deontay?
It's pretty solid there. So
Thanks.
I kind of went. I went a little. You could say maybe at least first round. I went a little odd. Well, I got 2 little scenarios here.
Okay.
But I know some of you may start to frown upon this, and because of the last 2 years what we've done. But as you look at the board and players that are there, and they look at their players who they're like, okay, who can we go in this first round? I got one scenario here where they take a D tackle.
Okay.
And again, I know that the past 2 years with Felix Uzama, and then you got Karlaftis, the year before. I get it. But you have to understand, Chris Jones and Malik Herring are the only interior D linemen that are really rostered after this year.
Right.
And then, even when you go to edge a little bit as well, we got Karlaftis, and again, we got Felix, but we really didn't see him much.
Right.
So I got 2 names. Now, I don't think he may fall that far, but
don't forget about Mike Dana.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Don't forget about him. We did sign him a couple years.
Yep, that's right. But I think I got one scenario where 2 of them. I got Byron Murphy II from Texas.
Love that.
If he falls, I don't think so. But teams start taking some crazy players, and he can fall. He is a monster of a guy, and but again, he may not fall. So the most likely to fall around there is I still am high on Darius Robinson. We did meet him, they did a couple interviews with him during the pro day, and I think after he's a hometown guy. He is a stud of a player. So I can very much see that, but I know a lot of the conversation been illuminated around wide receiver in the first round,
right?
And when you're looking at that first round grade, again, I think the only 2 people that is there for me at wide receivers, Brian Thomas, which we will have to move up because
he's not falling to 32.
Yeah, I think with Miami and for sure Buffalo, I think those are 2 teams, that are looking for that wide receiver. So I could see us moving up to grab.
There's a potential they grab him top 15.
Yeah.
Right. So.
Yep. When you look at that name on the board and you see them falling around this area, you're kind of like, okay, hey, let's maybe make a few calls and see who's willing to talk. Because I'm telling you, Brian Thomas is near a tier 1 wide receiver grade. Obviously, the only thing that puts him down in that tier 2 is because he played alongside Malik Neighbors. Right. Brian Thomas, nice physical threat. Hey, if we move up and draft him, I'll take him. Again, we're looking for some of that future. I think A.D. Mitchell is another guy that I could see us taking, and he could fall right there. And to be honest, outside of those 2 guys, I honestly don't. I wouldn't see it be a good move for us to move up to get I know a lot of people have on mock drafts. Oh, they could move up a few spots for Xavier Worthy. I don't think that's there for me. I think when you go in that tier 3, the wide receiver position has some major depth.
Right.
So, I think if Brian Thomas or A.D. Mitchell isn't there, I think you could potentially move down a few spots. Hopefully, get like mid low 30s, and maybe you move up in the second, maybe in the 50th, and you can make some moves there. So that's my couple thoughts there.
Okay.
And then if we go D tackle first round, I look at round 2 as we'll probably grab a wide receiver. The wide receivers are guys Ricky Pearsall from Florida.
Yep.
Man, I'm telling you, he has just kind of been lighting up the board a little bit with a lot of his just videos out there. Ricky Pearsall is he has a nice build.
That is a crazy one-handed grab I'm looking at.
Yeah, I mean, just look at that.
That is insane.
That's on the profile there. So, I mean, the guy has it. And listen, that is what we need. We need reliability.
Right.
I think if we, I hope, if we stay in 64, maybe he's there. The other I have is Jalen Polk from Washington.
Yep.
I think one of those 2. I like the size of Polk. Again, he played alongside Roma Doomsday. Listen, Washington is pretty deep in this draft. I mean, they got 3 receivers that can go literally in the top 3 rounds. So I like Jayon Polk, I would take him over Jalen McMillan, who was the other Washington receiver. So I think Ricky Pearsall, Jalen Polk, if they're there, I would take them. And then 3rd round, I got offensive tackle.
Okay.
I say we go O-tackle here.
Yep.
Again, I think after the tackles that go in the first round, I think it kind of drops off to where you kind of get some mediocre there, but with some great upside. I got 3 names for you. I got Patrick Paul out of Houston. He could be there. And look at this. We're in sync, Justin, because I got Karen Amajagat, from Yale. So I got my guy there. He was a name that I see around that third round. And then check this out, Javon Foster from Missouri. We did have a little interview with him as well. He is a big guy. He's got some work to do.
Yeah.
But I like that a guy that would come in again, help just compete.
Right.
You know, in the offensive line. So I got him there. And then when we dropped down to fourth round, I got DeCamerion Richardson from Mississippi State or Andrew Phillips from Kentucky. Two cornerbacks that has some decent size to them. Again, I think that we do have to one of the needs that Brett Veach put out there was he did have cornerback, slotted for something there. So we got DeCamerion Richardson. Hopefully I said that right. Yeah, he's 6'2". He has a great frame. And, like this says there, he has the speed to compete in pass coverage.
Right.
And that's what we need. And I think you said he's pretty aggressive on the run defending. And,
Right.
we seen what Snead, what Snead did, run defense. So he can be around there. And then Andrew Phillips from Kentucky is another name. A little shorter, but he's very quick off the ball. And, just kind of add a little depth piece. I can see hopefully maybe he can be around that number as well. And then when we go to fifth round, we got 2 picks there. And here, check this out, okay? Somebody that's not really talked about. Obviously, some of us around here have been talking about him, but Zach Zinter. He's from Michigan, and he's a guard. He did face an injury, but I think, again, we know Trey Smith is going to be looking for some money. We know Joe Tooney isn't getting younger. So this pick here, I have a scenario where we either, again, this is where in the draft we go 2 offensive line, and we have Zach Zinter here, or we draft 2 wide receivers in this draft, which I have Jermaine Burton from Alabama. So
Okay.
I think the fifth round, we could go. It's maybe a little depth piece on offensive line, or we can go depth piece and receiver.
Right.
Again, our receiving core is like our defensive line core. It's there's a lot of guys that contract that
Right.
we don't have long after this year.
Right.
And so we can
Need
look.
some development there.
Yep. The other fifth round pick there, I got Bucky Irvin, running back from Oregon.
Okay.
And check this out. The guy led the FBS and receiving as a running back. The receiving running back, he led the FBS and all running backs. And so, listen, obviously we haven't re-signed Jared McKinnon. I know Jared McKinnon's out there. We lost him. But with his size and stature, I think, does this guy not fit the Jared McKinnon
He
younger
does.
replacement?
He does.
And healthy. You know
Yep.
what I'm saying? And so I could definitely see it. We need that. Pacheco can catch, Clyde Edwards there, but I'm really liking Bucky Irvin there, or I like Cody Schrader. I know I'm throwing some MU guys out there, and listen, these guys can play, and there's some studs, so don't be judging me over there. But Cody Schrader, no one heard about this guy until he got to MU. I think he was D2 before for 3 or 4 years, and then he still had a year of eligibility. Went over to MU, and he was a monster of a running back. He's inside, outside. He has power. He can catch. He's kind of, I think he's right around that 5'10", I think.
5'9",
5'9" build.
200 pounds, something like that.
Yeah, 5'9", 202. He has great size, and, he runs hard. And here's the thing. He's willing to compete, and that's what we're looking for.
Man had 1,600 yards.
Yeah.
And 14 touchdowns last
Right.
season.
And that's in 1 year at 2 years at Missouri, but where he was the lead back. In
276 carries last
yes,
season.
he can carry the load. Carry the load. So I'm telling you, he's a pound for pound back, and I like him there a lot. Again, they don't have him high on the draft board. He can even fall 7th round.
Right.
We did interview with him, and again, I think to build out some of that running back depth, and to bring in a guy that's saying, hey, like Pacheco did,
Right.
7th round, coming in willing to compete.
Mm-hmm.
Cody Schrader has those attributes. So I like that a lot.
Okay.
And then 7th round, again, I got another MU guy here. We got Tyron Hopper.
I see.
Tyron Hopper, yeah. A linebacker, Tyron Hopper. And then, or I see Steel Chambers from, I'll let you get to him, Tyron Hopper, 6'2", 231.
It's a big boy.
Yeah, he's a big boy. So, again, I know necessarily linebacker wasn't on kind of some of the major needs,
Right.
but we know just some things there where we lost Willie Gay. We don't know what's going to happen with Nick Bolton.
Right.
So there's just some questions there. So, hey, why not, potential play against a guy who played as his alma mater with Tyron Hopper, right? And then I also have a name with Steel Chambers from Ohio State.
Okay.
Another linebacker again. I think
Yep.
we do got to look at some of that the linebacker position. So why not?
Yeah.
Before we move to kind of the mock draft, I had another again. The other scenario was if we go first round wide receiver, I see again. I see the change up in second round offensive tackle, which I had Kingsley, or I had Roger Rosengarten. I think that's how you pronounce it, or Patrick Paul.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is kind of that versatile to where, okay, if the Chiefs go, if they go D tackle first round, I think we got wide receiver, offensive tackle. If we go wide receiver first round, we got O tackle in the second round. And then third round, hey, match you here with Devondre Sweat. Devondre Sweat. Now, listen, his grade we saw has him kind of higher overall rank, but because of some of his outside trouble a little bit, it is dropping him majorly, and we get that. But hey, we get Big Red. Who better to corral somebody, than him? Just like when we took on Marcus Peters, there was a lot of, oh man, like you're willing to deal with that guy, and we took him. And, for the most part, there wasn't big fuss.
Travis Kelce, too. He
Yep.
was kind of out of control when he got here.
Yep. And he got in some trouble.
He got in some
college.
trouble in college.
Thankful for his brother.
Right.
Got him back in. Or on the team, sorry.
Right.
Back on the team.
Yep. So, and convinced Big Red to draft him and say he wouldn't be a mistake. And he's been able to really – we see Travis Kelce's relationship with Andy Reid.
Yep.
And they're shoving each other on the sideline.
Yeah,
man.
A couple other D tackles, Brennan Jackson from Washington State. I think he can be around there and around that third round. Or we got Michael Hall Jr., which Michael Hall Jr. we did meet with him. There you go, Ohio State. We did meet with him, interview as well. So again, I think, and I think the rest of the picks kind of could fall the same with their needs. But I don't know. I just get those two scenarios in my head to where we can go wide receiver, O tackle, D tackle, which probably on paper is what happens. But I don't know, man. I have a little hunch that, I know that we may frown against taking another defensive lineman, but I can see D tackle, wide receiver, O tackle in the first three. So
those are so obviously those are the three big priorities. We're gonna do probably that in the top three, minus unless there's some scenario that allows somebody crazy to come in and kind of throw a wrench in it.
Right.
We're probably still gonna do wide receiver, O tackle, D tackle in some form. Maybe instead of D tackle, edge.
Yeah,
but
very true.
But somewhere in that range is what we're gonna do. So
listen, I'm looking forward to this draft because it's a deep draft and it's a moment for us to make a splash in it. So I'm excited for this draft.
Same.
So that's kind of fun, just to take back and forth on some of those guys, and it's kind of funny. And this is the thing, there was a lot of different names that we both had that didn't match up.
Right.
And that's the thing. There's so many names that they have on their boards in these scenarios that, can fall in all, again, around that same grade and tier of type of players because the draft is pretty deep. And, just a little side note there. I believe with us taking receiver, if we go first round, I do believe that it's not all regarding Rashee Rice. I do truly believe that because we understand the trouble that we had last year. And so I know that's a need. And again, we got to build out some of those guys that's on contract. Again, when we look after this year, it's really Rashee Rice, Justin Watson, Rashee Rice, Sky Moore, and probably Nico Ramingo are really the only three rostered after this year. With this not re-signing anybody, so again, we gotta build that out. And so I could see it, but again, I think first round the only two receivers I take are either Brian Thomas or A.D. Mitchell. And A.D. Mitchell is borderline again that he could
fall to that.
Yeah, he can play. He can fit. He fits the same as Troy Franklin, Keon Coleman, Xavier Leggett, Lad McConkey. So A.D. Mitchell's kind of right there, but I think his upside is tier 2. But again, I think the wide receiver depth is there, and so we got to get them in the first or second round.
Yep.
So yeah.
Well, and who knows? We were texting a group chat. What was it, like this weekend or something?
Yeah.
What if there's a high potential? Maybe the Chiefs just draft all Missouri Tigers.
Yeah.
So it's possible. I highly doubt it.
Yeah.
But we looked at it, and it wouldn't be a bad draft if we did.
No, it didn't, because all of them, they're positional players that we need outside of receiver is the only one that they're not bringing in the draft.
And none of them had bad grades.
No,
Right?
Yep.
I think we said the worst grade was the running back.
Cody Schrader.
Yep. So,
well, we met with Cody Schrader.
Right.
We met with Javon Foster, tackle. We met with Darius Robertson.
Right.
And we met with Tyron Hopper. So
you know,
it's just funny. You know what I mean? So it's just cool.
Hey, hometown heroes.
Yeah.
Cool. So, that's kind of what our expectations are. Again, we are not professionals.
No, we're not draft experts. We're still getting into this.
These are hopes of fans.
Yeah,
okay?
we just want to throw some thoughts out there, get you thinking.
Cool.
You know
so
what I mean?
we're gonna run through one mock draft, full 7 rounds. Okay, we're gonna do it at normal speed, and we're just gonna see what happens. We're gonna see what happens. So
yeah, and who knows? We may see some trades,
see.
some trades come across to us.
Maybe we'll try potentially. Maybe we'll try to trade up.
Yeah, we'll
see what happens.
Yeah, we'll see maybe what we can do.
So
maybe we try.
Caleb Williams first. Who'd have thought? Again.
Yeah. You know what's funny is a lot of these drafts, mock drafts, have Malik Neighbors have been going above Marvin Harrison Jr.
Right.
I think Malik Neighbors is a stud. Again, he's that same caliber, so that's kind of interesting.
Ooh, Brian Thomas to the Bengals.
Went to the Bengals. That means they're trading away T. Higgins. So I guess since I guess they believe that T. Higgins may not be there. I guess we can. I guess they're going to trade T. Higgins to us.
Yep. Okay. So
they won out 32, and they won out 32, and we would get 54.85 second. No, I think if it's not a mid 30, I don't think you drop down that far.
44.77. No. I mean, it's better. But
yeah, but only I think the only way that we drop down is if we move up our 64th pick.
Yep.
Or and we get maybe mid 30s. I don't know.
Right.
Top 40. So yeah, we'll reject that one. So look at this. Scroll up and go to like pick 20th over there on the draft results.
Can you go back up? No.
It won't let you scroll there. That's all right. The Google's messing up. What's wrong with Google?
No, you can scroll down. You can't see previous picks.
Okay.
No, it's not letting you go up at all.
Yeah.
So weird.
That's right. Technical difficulties. But okay, we'll go. So we're at pick 32. Let's go. Let's see offensive side. Who's on the offensive board for receiver? Let's just look at the receivers there, and let's just talk about it real quick. So you got Lad McConkey, you got Jalen Polk, you got Xavier Leggett, Troy Franklin, Malachi Corley, Roman Wilson, Ricky Pearsall, Jalen McMillan, Devontae Walker, which Devontae Walker was another guy that we interviewed. So look, this is how I look at this. This is just my thought. When you look at all of these names, I think they're all tier 3 receivers, right? I think they're at tier 3. And I again, there's just, I guess you can say my personal opinion. I think all of those guys, whichever one you get, I think you can get the same type of caliber player
Right.
So like my opinion, again, my opinion, I think with these guys on the board, I think you take them second round. I
Okay.
think you take them second round.
Yep.
You know, I don't know what your thoughts over there, Justin, because then, okay, maybe we look at O tackle and see, maybe we go O tackle first round.
Yeah.
Go to offensive tackle. We got Kingsley there, who we like him a lot. Jordan Morgan, we did have an interview with him. So again, you see the break in it.
Yeah.
You know, so I don't know, Justin. I would lean to maybe taking that O tackle because we do get the 5th-year option, and I don't think those
Right.
receivers. Again, I think we can take in the second round. I don't know what's your thoughts there.
I think Sumataya is a great pick here.
Yeah, I do too.
I think
All right,
Sumataya was a great pick.
Let's pick Kingsley.
So,
and-
Josiah, try to click and drag in that box instead of like scrolling. Does it let you click and drag up and down?
I'll
No.
pause it and check.
No, it doesn't.
It is letting you
No,
scroll when
it's
you
just
pause.
not letting it scroll. Nope.
And what's funny is a couple picks. I think it was a couple picks later. Darius Robinson went off the board. So again,
Right.
if they did go D tackle, he could be there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we didn't make any trades. Nobody wants to trade with us either. And we're just sticking to our 64th pick here.
Which
All
there's a
right.
trade. No,
So
get rid of that.
nah, we're gonna drop way too far there.
Yeah.
All right, let's go back to the receiver side
Yep.
and let's just
See who.
look at that. Troy Franklin, Roman Wilson, rookie Pearsall, Devontae Walker. And again, like that's the thing about it. You know, all those guys are tier 3
Yeah.
guys. You know, so
I really man, I really like Ricky Pearsall.
I do
here.
too.
Yeah,
Ricky Pearsall,
I
man.
really like Ricky Pearsall
Yes,
here.
let's go ahead and take Ricky Pearsall.
Hey man, we're there.
Yeah,
we're there. We're there.
I'm with you. I mean, that one-handed catch. You know,
I mean,
shows
yo,
all, right?
yeah, it says the guy's got hands.
Yep. So as the picks are coming through, Josiah, let's kind of look at defensive line here. Let's look at defensive line.
Yeah, go tackle first. Yeah,
Let's go D tackle. And let's see, maybe who could be there. Maybe anybody on our board of the name that we've talked about. So pick 95, 108, and they want our future for 129.
I mean that's not terrible,
No, but it's not terrible.
but it pushes us back to the 4th round.
What is that? 95 is going to be our fourth round pick.
95's 3rd round.
95 is that 3rd round?
Yeah,
So that 108 will
put
push
us in the
back
4th round.
to 4th, and then we had basically another
we would
5th. and a
we would
129.
have 3 5th. I don't know. I'm not high on that.
Yeah, let's go and reject that one.
Yeah. Okay. So
Let's see. We got Brandon Fisk, Dwayne Carter. Several of these names we didn't even mention.
nope.
Talk about. Let's look at edge. Let's just see who's there. Maybe somebody can play interior and outerior.
Austin Booker. I love it. Austin Booker.
I wonder
from
why.
Kansas. Let's go, baby. I will say Austin Booker.
Let me see this. Go ahead.
Austin Booker, watching the guy play, he plays super hard. He is a very, in my opinion, he is a very good edge guy. There are some things that he'll have to improve on, just like everybody, you know. But I'm a fan of watching Austin Booker
Yeah, so he's at 6'5", 240.
on the edge, the edge, baby. 6'5", right?
Yeah.
So like super tall, but he's lean, man.
Yeah.
Super lean. He looks like Jadeveon Clowney when he had
Oh,
that
yeah.
one pick where his shirt was tucked up.
Yep,
He just absolutely. That's Austin Booker, just Kansas.
Yeah, and he did only start one game in college. You know, he only started one game, but he got quite a bit of playing time.
Yep.
But again, his size with his length and extension makes for something. And you kind of look and you're like, well, he's 6'5", but he's 240, so he's very lean. You got to remember, Chris Jones was edge for us.
Yep.
You know what I mean? As big as he is, moving to D tackle. So it's not to say that you know.
I mean, maybe he's a guy that we use as edge, but like Chris Jones, we
can go
move
in
to
tackle
tackle.
as well.
We just talked about potentially having somebody that can do both.
Come on, why not? Let's go ahead and
Let's-
take him.
yeah.
Let's take him.
Love Austin Booker.
So one of our other needs we got here, we got cornerback. So let's Let's go over to the cornerback side.
Let's just see if is Kobe Bryant available. I'm
Yeah.
just-
Yeah.
Man.
So Decameron Richardson just went off the board.
Yep. Cam Hart's still there.
Cam Hart is still there. We talked about him last week.
Last week we did. Let's see. I don't.
Brandon Rice went off the board to Buffalo. Don't know. That's son of Jerry Rice there.
Ding dong. We got some bells going off in the background.
Yeah. Oh, so pick 131 for 158, 184, 198. Man, I mean, there's a lot of other stuff we can take in there, huh? We'll reject that.
Yeah.
We'll just keep it. We'll keep it to this.
Yeah. Just keep it simple, right?
Yep.
All right. Do we go Cam Hart here?
Yeah, I think we go Cam
I think
Hart.
we go Cam Hart.
That's our guy last week, and he's
Yep.
still there.
Yep.
And then this is
So 5th round, I would like to see like somewhere between like maybe another defensive edge or running back linebacker combo here in the 5th round.
okay.
I don't know about you. Maybe if there's like a receiver that we could maybe
Yeah, let's look at maybe and see.
or just do like
let's see-
all
let's-
offense.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. Zach Zinter just went off the board to Miami
Ugh.
right before this pick.
Yep.
Let's see who we got. What position was that? Oh, yeah, go to receiver. Yeah, I'll be honest. None of these guys that I've really know much about. So
Yep. So let's go back to like running back. Let's look at running back.
let's see who running backs on the board.
Isaac Garendo.
Oh, yeah, that was your guy.
That was my guy, and I have him at this pick.
You
I
did,
have
didn't
him
you?
pick
Yes, you did.
159.
Scroll down. Did Cody Schrader already go off the board? Oh, it's still messing up.
Yeah,
Is
it's-
it?
Yeah, it's still not letting me for
Okay.
some reason.
Well,
You
I
wanna-
think you're
you
well. It's probably because you're using Opera GX. No offense.
Uh-huh.
Google Chrome is superior.
You want to take your? You want to take?
Oh,
your
there it
Arby's?
goes. There you go.
Okay. Okay. There we go.
Oh,
Schrader.
so yeah.
Okay. So again, yeah, because he's down. Okay.
Oh, so
Oh,
I bet you if you just go to the right side, go to the left, and like scroll from there.
Yeah,
It's
we
got to
go.
be right
Jeez,
here.
Josiah, come on,
Hey,
tech guy,
Is Bucky Irvin? Is he still on the board or no?
Bucky Irvin.
From Oregon?
I don't see him. No.
No, he's off the board, man. I'm
Sad
a kid
day.
replacement. Okay, you want to take your running back or what? You want to do
Let's
there?
go, Isaac Garendo, man.
All right, let's take him.
It's that guy that runs hard.
Yep. So
What if we did Isaac Garendo and then we wound up taking Cody Schrader as well?
yeah,
What?
I couldn't see it likely, but you know, who
But-
knows?
Who knows?
Okay, so this is our second, 5th round pick.
I would go to linebacker.
Yeah, we can either look at linebacker, we can
Or
look at
edge.
another receiver,
Another receiver.
or edge. Or
Man,
Have we
it's
taken-
like
hey-
it's like my 5th round is just happening here, because I said Tommy Eichenberg out of Ohio State. But is your Ohio State guy still there? Who did you say out of Ohio State you had?
I had Steel Chambers.
Steel
But he's like a
Chambers.
7th round pick, so
Yeah.
he may be down a little bit. Yeah, he's still there.
He's still there. So
So this is interesting. I mean,
Uh-huh.
we can go linebacker here or later,
or what if let's look at maybe another cornerback?
Okay.
No, we
maybe-
probably don't need another.
yeah.
What about
if we take? Let's look at receiver.
Yep.
Like, let's go back, and I know it's maybe not some that we may look at. But we'll
Jaquan
look at-
Jackson.
Let's see. We got who's that? Jaquan Jackson.
Jaquan Jackson. Yeah.
Jaquan Jackson. Let me look him up real
Jaquan?
quick. Jaquan Jackson. He's let's see, from Tulane. Okay.
Okay.
5'9", 188. Kind of has that
He- not
that build
really-
a little bit.
Not really
Is,
a guy
Jo-
that's
is
putting out-
Jordan Whittington from Texas? He's to the right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's there.
So he used to be a former running back. He's 6'1", 205. Developed into a gritty slot receiver. He makes plays over the middle, runs hard after the catch.
Right.
Let's take him.
Cornelius.
Whittington?
Jordan Whittington.
Yep. Let's
Okay.
take Jordan. Mm-hmm.
Let's do it. All right. Now we just have to prep for our 7th round.
7th round. Go to my picks as things are kind of coming around. Let's check out my picks.
Okay.
So we got our O tackle taken care of. We got
couple receivers.
we got 2 receivers, so we're taking care of there. We got our
Edge.
edge. We got our corner. We got our running back.
Linebacker.
Yeah, I think this is where we look at to go linebacker. Let's see who's there.
Okay.
It's
Still rolling. Still rolling.
Is still Chambers still there?
Steel Chambers. Gotta go to the right. There you go. Yeah, he should be there.
Oh,
Yep.
there we go.
Steel Chambers still there. I mean, Ohio State. Like I said, Ohio State knows how to breed
Yes.
linebackers.
Yes, they do.
How you doing, AJ Hawk? Am I right?
Yep.
All right. Let's just take Steel
Take him here?
Chambers, man.
Yep.
Let's just take
Steel
him.
Chambers. And
Cool.
that would, without any trades with more
Mm-hmm.
draft picks or anything like that,
Right.
that would technically wrap up the Chiefs,
Yeah.
the Chiefs draft.
Yep. Unless
us.
for some crazy reason we traded picks from next year to have another seventh round pick.
right.
So yeah.
So, and
Here we go.
Yep, and here we go, and we was able to check all the boxes as far as Brett Veach with the needs, with wide receiver, which we got 2 of those.
Yep.
We got a tackle in the first round.
Yep.
So we kind of got that guy that we can apply a fifth year option to,
Yep.
and I don't know, could it be kind of your guy there? Maybe so. Hopefully, come as a compete.
Yep.
So we took care of tackle, cornerback. We was able to take care of there with Cam Hart, and running back was another of that need as well, which we got your guy Isaac there. So those were the top 4 needs that Chiefs had that
Yeah.
we was able to deal with, in which we was able to get 2 in one position, and then
Right.
Linebacker, which I think that's something on the board too, as far as some depth of what we're needing there. So
For sure. So,
I wish they had the grade on this
right.
on this mock draft.
A
part
plus.
that you have, but
A
in our book, come
plus.
on, who gives us an A plus? That's not bad. We got
It's not
Kingsley.
terrible.
We got Kingsley. We got Ricky Pearsall, Austin Booker, Cam Hart, Isaac, Jordan, and Steel Chambers. So I mean,
So we both got a couple of our guys
yeah,
on there.
Oh yeah,
So
yep.
hey, man.
Some guys that we talked about, even guys that we legitimately met as
Right.
the Chiefs
Met
front
with-
office
yep.
or interview. Sorry. So I think it was pretty good there.
Yeah, I think it's pretty solid. So
just-
I mean, now we have to just hope and pray for the best
Yeah,
at the actual
it can be
draft.
totally different
So,
from this. So again, we're
Yeah.
not draft experts or anything. It can be
So-
totally different. Maybe the Chiefs are like, oh, I'll accept some of those trades.
You guys just have to watch the live stream with us. Be there with us so we can all react together, and I can run around a room when I get it right.
Yeah, they can
So,
do whatever. So
But
good.
yeah, I think that pretty much wraps this episode up for us. Again, a little bit longer, just with the mock draft and us prepping for it. So, yeah, man, this one was fun. Josiah, you got anything on the way out?
No, you guys A+ in my book.
Nice.
that's right.
We did it, and he hates us, guys.
Yes.
He hates us.
That means a lot.
That means a lot. So, but yeah, I guess we're gonna wrap it up here. So until next time, guys, thy kingdom come.